What's good? It's Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
And this is Not Another Damn Podcast. Presented by Damn Cells. Episode 144.
Fo.
Yep. Fofos, I'm tipping. Wood grain, I'm gripping. What the hell is Mike Jones doing right now? Got a shout out to lovely jazz creative J Scope.
Hey, girl.
First fitness belt that covers the entire midsection to provide 100% comfort during your workouts. I can tell this is going to be an interesting episode already. We started off with a Mike Jones line, so there you go. I can see where this episode is going. It's going to be a lot of random shit involved.
It's all good because we started a new month. It's March now, so my whole thing I put out, I was like 2 months are down now, so we getting
time to
that first quarter. That first quarter is about to be up, so
because quarter number 2 starts April 1st.
Yeah,
so you gotta look at your vision board and see like you have 4 things on it. Like I have at least one of them done by now. You got 8 things, 2 of them should be done, et cetera.
Like shit. Because time goes by so fast. And then we got
you
extra
10
day.
things, you should have close to 3 of them done.
And then we got extra day in February because we had leap year. So we did get our 29 days this year.
So check that board and see like how many of those goals have you checked off.
Yeah.
Because it's real now.
It's real in these streets.
Mm-hmm. It's about to get real in this bitch. Shout out a very special episode.
That announcer is ridiculously funny.
Where the hell was I going with this? Speaking of very special, let's start with I'm surprised they haven't done an episode of SVU, which I know they probably will, about this dude Weinstein, guilty.
Weinstein.
Yeah.
So SVU. Oh, and then we can circle back with SVU, but we can be on Harvey Weinstein right now because he was found guilty.
Yeah.
For you guys who didn't know, because I didn't see a lot of it on my time. I saw a little bit on my timeline.
I posted it in a few others, but I didn't see nowhere near.
It wasn't overwhelmingly
exactly when Cosby got found guilty, or R. Kelly's not even tried yet.
Right.
I see that a lot of that just
free R. Kelly, all up and down my timeline.
But with Weinstein, the crickets for the most part.
Right. It was just like, oh, good, they got him. It was like that. It was more so like a nonchalant kind of. It wasn't like the sense of urgency wasn't there. And shout out to Very Smart Brothers. They did an article for the eulogy of the people who said, what about Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah.
It's a eulogy for you guys. And it was hilarious. I love Very Smart Brothers. They are hilarious because that's all you did. That was their crutch. What about Weinstein? But it's like we've been saying this on this podcast for probably close to a year that you could Google Harvey Weinstein and find 40-something documentaries.
They've been making about shit about
the whole Me Too movement started because of Harvey Weinstein.
Yes, because
he was a damn creep.
People say that it was Cosby, it wasn't.
No.
Kira Cosby, he had 2 trials.
He had a mistrial.
The first mistrial was pre-Me Too.
Right.
That's why the jury was especially there were probably a lot of Cosby Show fans on that jury too.
Right.
Did Dr. Huxtable really do this? They were probably
it was the challenge really do it. That's what they were looking.
Yeah, so
did Fat Albert really do it? He said,
hey. Walked out.
Right.
And then Weinstein happened, and then that's when every day it was a new chick. It's he grabbed my ass too. It was a lot of that. But as black people, we tend to pretend that never happened. But
right.
You thought the Cosby accusers were bad. It was every day. It was famous chicks coming out about Weinstein.
Yeah, because I think Selma Hayek. Alyssa Milano, I think.
Annabella Shiro. I can't pronounce her last name. The chick that played in Jungle Fever that played
the one who played his wife. The one that was a wife in Hannah Rocks the Cradle, right?
Hannah Rocks the Cradle,
and
which I believe was a Weinstein movie. I want to say, don't quote me on that, but I think Hannah Rocks the Cradle might have been a Weinstein movie. And it's just every day it was something different coming out about this dude.
Even said that he tried to proposition her, Lupita, because she said the way he tried to lay it out there and tried to be you have to go this way and then she was and then the very next year I got in 12 Years a Slave and then I won my Oscar, so I didn't even need you.
I have to get on that Weinstein casting couch.
Right, I didn't even have to do it because she said the way he was trying to proposition her, and she was I'm not going for that. No, I'm gonna let my talent shine through.
But it was a lot that went on with every day. It was a difference.
Yeah,
and some of them known actresses too that said
And didn't Gwyneth Paltrow say about
I don't remember.
I think it was because I think she was with Brad Pitt at the time. And I think that she was like, Brad had to like go and like try to, avenge her or something or whatever, try to go and protect her. I mean, that was his fiance at the time. But
yeah, 1 count 3rd degree rape, 1 count criminal sexual assault in the 1st degree. So 1st degree sexual assault, 3rd degree rape. So.
And then his sentence is March 11th, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, so a couple weeks. Yeah, we'll see how much time old Weinstein's ass gets.
And then his ass going like
he fake a heart attack or not? Because like
they was like he went to the hospital. Yeah, he went to the hospital because he knows the walls are closing in on him.
Like, did you really have a heart attack?
Right. And that's my thing. Like I'm not trying to say that you don't have health because like even when he was going to court,
walker thing
he was on
came
the walker,
out of nowhere,
and it's like.
We didn't see the Walker shit until the trial.
Now you looking like all decrepit and all sympathetic, and it's like, come on now. It's like when you were raping these women, you wasn't doing it.
Walker before.
Right, when you were being a rapist, you wasn't helpless and defenseless, but now you want to get the sympathy. But my thing is, like, give him the sentencing that he deserves and everything. Have him to serve his terms out, have him do that, and, obviously his name is Mud. He's never going to work ever again in Hollywood, obviously. Obviously he's finished. His career is over, obviously. So, I mean, but you people talk about, what about Weinstein? There you go. But like we said, like, Hoteps didn't. Like they were talking,
I didn't see a lot, that's all I'm saying.
And then the other one where they were talking about the civil trial, where they was like, see, he's found not guilty. That was the civil trial.
Yeah, that's criminal trial still very active. I kept saying, come on.
But it even said in the article, like,
Weinstein settles. Like, first of all, you can't settle like in a criminal case. Yeah, you can take a lesser charge,
right?
But he pled not guilty.
Right,
yeah.
You could take a plea.
You don't settle. That's civil. Like that means is that you came to a dollar amount with the accuser. That's what
translation.
That means,
a lot of times when they know that somebody is not going to get the criminal trial, they're like, okay, like, yeah, I killed your person or I did this, but I'm going to pay you this money for you to forget about it. And that happens. Unfortunately, that's our judicial system. That sucks, but it is what it is.
Well, speaking of the Hoteps and the whole Cosby thing, and talking about, well, what about Weinstein? Guess who came to Weinstein's defense?
Oh.
Cosby's publicist released a statement about this. So it shows you whose side Cosby is on. His publicist released the following saying, it's not shocking because these jurors were not sequestered, which gave them access to media coverage and the sentiments of public opinion. This is from Bill Cosby's Instagram, I'm looking at right now. There's no way you would have anyone believe that Mr. Weinstein was going to receive a fair and impartial trial. Also, the judge showed that he wanted a conviction by sending the jurors back to deliberate after they were hung on many of the counts. So he said, that's what he said. So here's the question that should haunt Americans, especially the wealthy and famous: where do we go in this country to find fairness and impartiality in the jury system, the judicial system, I should say? Where do we go in this country to find due process? Lastly, like, this is the funny part. Well, not funny, but this is like the one that made me like, okay, you're going to play that guy. Lastly, if the Me Too movement isn't just about Becky, a.k.a. white women, I would challenge the Me Too and ask them to go back 400 plus years and tarnish the names of those oppressors that raped slaves.
Oh, my gosh. Don't even, no.
Don't put the race cards to defend Harvey fucking Weinstein.
No,
Come on.
Come on, no. No.
He wrapped it up saying, this is a very sad day in the American judicial system. That's from Bill Cosby's publicist.
How about don't be a damn creep? Like, as a woman, and every woman can say this, and this is so sad, every woman can say, when were you Me Too'd? Every woman can name a Me Too moment.
Absolutely.
Every woman and the Me Too is as simple as this. You're on a crowded train or a crowded bus, a guy goes past you and touches your ass or rubs his dick against your ass.
Excuse me.
In a club, I've had a guy like grab my booty in the club.
Even some borderline Me Too's like, you wearing them pants like somebody.
Right, like that.
That's like very questionable.
Somebody like try
questionable.
Somebody try to like do the side mouth kiss to you. It's like, no. Keep your lips, keep your hands, keep everything to yourself. But every woman has had to deal with that at some point where a guy crossed a line that made you uncomfortable. And it's sad that every woman has been made to feel uncomfortable. Has had unwanted advances made at them.
So let's not act like Cosby and Weinstein are opposite sides. No, they two different sides of the same coin.
Of the very same coin.
Exactly, not different coins.
Right.
He's 100% with Weinstein.
And then that's just disheartening. Like, for you to put that out during Black History Month about the slavery thing.
Go back and look at the slaves.
Come on now.
Well, all those guys are dead, so fuck them first.
Right, they're dead in hell, first of all. And then secondly, it's like, that's a whole nother issue that we still have
Let's
to
talk
work
about
towards.
it. Let's talk about
That's
it.
a whole nother issue.
Let's talk about it. This is for the hoteps right here.
Go ahead.
It was like, yeah, well, what about all of the black victims? Yeah, well, let's talk about them. R. Kelly, I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Most of his victims were brown or black
You say
young
that,
girls.
you silence the hoteps. If I say
Exactly.
that. They wouldn't have a comeback.
And they
you
were
want to go after a black predator? What about R. Kelly?
And they were girls. A lot of these were girls who could not consent. Mm-hmm. I don't care how much you try to be like, she has the body of a grown woman. She acts older than her. If a child is 14, a child is 14. And a child of 14 cannot consent to sex with a grown man.
And I'm just saying.
A child cannot consent to sex. They cannot.
You want to go after black oppressors? What about his ass?
Yes.
That's all I'm saying.
Military silence.
Mm-hmm. Guarantee
Nada.
I wouldn't get a satisfactory answer if I mentioned that.
Well,
let's go after a black. Well, let's that praise on young black women. What about R. Kelly? Well,
and then people try to go after this one guy or wherever, and then they were all over this guy. I forgot his name now, but he was allegedly some DJ, and I think that he's a white guy, and I believe that he's HIV positive, and it was like he was intentionally having sex with, I forgot his name, but it was like he was intentionally having sex with black girls because he was trying to infect them with HIV. And I'm like, that's wild as hell. But I said, if that was his intent, if he was like out there just trying to spread the disease and do that, that's really reckless. Like, I mean, if that guy was doing that, then he's a piece of shit and should never see the light of day. He should never see the light of day, because if you're HIV positive, you have to disclose that to your future partners. You have to disclose that information. You can't not tell somebody that you're not HIV. I'm not going to disclose that. No, you can't. You got to tell people that you're HIV positive. You can't hide that type of information. But people were going in about him and everything, and it's like, yeah, he's a piece of shit, but R. Kelly been preying on these young girls since I was a young girl. No pun intended. You know what I mean? Like, some of these girls are like my age.
And older.
Yeah, some of these girls are my age group, so it's been going on a while.
Sad day in the judicial system. That's what Cosby's publicist said. I'm just saying.
I just don't have words for that.
It was a good day. You got a shithead off the street.
Right. One less creep. I know, and let's make it more, like, how many times have we seen this where it was just done as like a tongue-in-cheek? It was just done like kind of funny. Like, if somebody is a secretary for a guy, it's like the guy is like grabbing on his secretary.
They played it for laughs back.
Might be having an affair, right?
Yeah. How the guy will like Me Too his secretary, and it was played for laughs.
Right. It's like, oh, he's just a friend. Oh, he's just, oh, you're hot, And it's like, but what does being hot have to do with anything? So if you're hot, then that means that you deserve to be disrespected by a guy if you're hot.
Wow.
That's not cool. I mean, it's like they played a lot of stuff for laughs. So, I mean, we want the shift to happen where, we are getting that respect. We are treating people, not like their property and not like they're pieces of meat, rather that they are a person.
And I wanted to start the podcast off with that first, because like I said, there's been a lot of silence about this Weinstein. So I said, so we're going to talk about that shit first. So the first thing you'll hear is that after Mike Jones. Like, yeah, first thing is going to say this. That's what I wanted to do.
Weinstein? But we brought up SVU a little bit ago. So SVU, they did renew for another 3
more
seasons. So
along with the 3 Chicago shows.
Chicago shows.
Fire, PD, and Med all got 3 more seasons.
So I'm like, wow.
So Dick Wolf shows are winning. Justice didn't win because they didn't cast me.
So that would be season 24 at the end of the SVU?
At the end of this current contract, that'd be
I think 24. I think so.
Something like that.
So that's...
They already got the record, because like the record was... It broke it because like Gunsmoke had it. Then the original Law and Order passed that. Now they've already passed them because they're already in their 21st season. It was 20 seasons before that.
And I remember
first
that was
Gunsmoke, then original Law.
That was a big one because S. Epitha Merkel said her being the lead
and the longest reigning female,
minority female,
history,
so that was really,
she played that same character for like close to 2 decades.
Yeah, that was so groundbreaking.
She wasn't there at the beginning, but she's like close to 2 decades. She played the same character.
Yeah,
which was groundbreaking.
Yeah, and like having Mariska Hargitay, another
now she's been
woman
playing the same character for it'd be 24 seasons now.
So that's dope. Like seeing that, You know, the representation, it does matter when you
Shout
see
out
that.
Ice-T, he been on there.
Yeah, Ice-T's been on there since
season 2, something like that.
Yeah, since like 2000, 2001 he came.
He came the second season.
Yeah, so he's been on about 20 years.
It'll be 23 seasons after the end of this.
Yeah, so he's holding it down. Tutuola fan.
Would have thought Ice-T's like will most be remembered as playing a cop. Yeah. The guy who made a song called Cop Killer back in the 90s, his most famous role would be a cop.
We come full circle sometimes.
Yeah,
well, I mean, he got his first real thing when he was in New Jack City, and he
played,
showed his...
a New Jack cop, him and with Judd Nelson.
I forgot about Bender from Breakfast Club, yeah.
They were the cops that took down Nino Brown.
Yeah, it was Judd Nelson. I was trying to remember who it was. I'm sure it was Judd Nelson. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, though, that's what's up with the SVU getting
Speaking
there.
of cops, I want to talk about this douchebag officer, Dennis Turner.
Who is that?
Oh, let me tell you. I'm going to get the story for you right now. What a fucking douchebag and a piece of crap.
Oh, my gosh. You said Dennis Turner?
Officer Dennis Turner from Orlando.
Is he even still an officer at this point?
Former officer.
Okay, that's what I'm going to say. Is he even still an officer? Because a lot of time with these officers, you know, it's like, and I hope he's not on administrative leave. I hope not, because depending on what he did, because you sound really...
name names.
You sound really...
Former officer Dennis Turner. Now, you got a young daughter, Ariana. She's about to turn 5. Like,
yes, in a couple weeks.
This dude arrested and handcuffed a little 6-year-old girl.
That was I didn't know the officer's name, but I remember that story. I remember that story about the young girl, a 6-year-old child being handcuffed.
Think about it, it's like this kid is like Ariana's age, and she's crying, and like then we cuffs her, and like this dude is like just.
First of all,
there's no heartless. Yeah.
First of all, you're a man, and if you're an officer, you're probably about 200 pounds. Most grown men, if you're an officer or wherever, you're probably around 200 pounds. So a child that size is maybe about 50 pounds, a 6-year-old. So your 200-pound frame just handcuffing this 6-year-old little girl.
And imagine like being that young, like that girl's gonna be traumatized for life. She's gonna remember that the rest of her life. She might need counseling and all that. It's like
PTSD, all that. So I just pray that my family stays safe, because it just won't end well on our end if something happens with our children. It won't end well for the other person on.
I'm just reading the whole thing. He did put the zip ties, but still, it's like handcuffs, like to a kid. It's like
because they were saying she was having a tantrum, but it's like
you don't want those on my, like she was crying. You know, like you got a kid about that age. It's like your daughter's around the same age as this girl, and she was crying like I don't want to be cuffed. No, like she was the dude just heartless. And they kind of bragged about the shit afterwards. Yeah.
Right, because I saw that. I was like, who does that, though? It's like, you don't...
He's like, yeah, that's my... I made 6,000 arrests now. Like, he was kind of, like, cocky about it. Yeah.
Well, I hope that he's in jam pop and getting popped in the face for doing that for that little baby. They need to arrest his ass and take him out. And I hope that he's not on administrative leave, because, like, that's bullshit.
No, they fired him.
Yeah, that's bullshit when they do the administrative leave. That's bull. But, these people with their whole, I mean, my thing is, why do you need to call the cops for certain? Like, stop calling the police on black people.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not being funny, but usually it doesn't end well for us. Stop calling. If it's something that can be resolved in-house, resolve that shit in-house. You're a school. I'm sure you have school security guards. Most schools have a security guard on site. You have some. First of all, you have a principal. You have an assistant principal. The assistant principal is usually the disciplinarian. You have that. Then you have a security or something. You have somebody on site. If she had behavioral issues, because that's what it sounds like they were trying to allude to, that she had some type of behavioral stuff. That's what it sounded like they were trying to say. So if she had like that, then you have paraprofessionals. You have people on site that can handle that.
I remember being psychologists in school when we were there. Like,
right.
I remember that.
You have resources on site where you don't have to call a police officer to come out. Like, the only time if it's like an extreme thing, like if it's like a gang activity happening, or if it's something like that where it's like
somebody brings a gun.
Okay, yeah. If it's something that's like a real threat, but it's like, you won't sit down in class and be quiet. That's not a reason you call the police. You had a tantrum. That's not a reason you call the police. You don't do that. Like if a real weapon is like, like if like you said, a gun, or like wielding a knife, like something like that, like a real threat that's happening, but not something that's. For it to be like a child so young, that's just really heartbreaking. So I mean, the parents are probably going to have a hefty lawsuit.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. The police department, and I'd probably sue the school too.
Yeah, the school district, yeah, and the police department. Because like the school district, you guys are the ones who called them.
You failed the child as well too. Like not just that cop, yeah. Because like, how'd the cop get there? How'd the cop get there? Y'all brought him there.
Speaking of failed,
talk to me.
Back that ass up, really? Back that ass up. So he's out of the race now.
The former presidential candidate,
Tom Steyer, right?
Steyer, yeah, he was until he backed that ass up, and then like after backing that ass up, he was he dropped that ass out.
He backed his ass out, right?
Backed his ass out.
He did. Yeah. So I saw that video come in my timeline on the last day of February, and they was like, Tom Steyer.
All I kept seeing people saying, "I'm glad Black History Month is over." And after that, what a way to end it.
And that's what I said. I was like, we are not going to end. I was like, we are not going to end Black History Month with this tomfoolery. We're not. I mean, who does that? Like, he was actually on stage dancing with Juvenile to back that thing up. Now, first of all, back that thing up, I consider that's my anthem.
Cash Money Records.
That's my anthem.
For the 99 and the 2000.
Because that was popping when I graduated high school. So that's, I take that song personally. That's my anthem. He's
taking over from the 19 into the 2020. That's what he thought. He said he's going to do it 20 years later.
Just no. And then he was dead. And I'm like, Juvenile, why are you up there with, no, all money ain't good. No. Sometimes you just have to just say, I'm going to sit this one out. Like, I know that you want.
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
I'm good, bro. Like, if you had it on Spotify and it was playing, that's one thing. But you actually had Juvenile on stage doing that with you. Because you're working with some magic. Like, Juvenile was on there, like, doing that. And he was trying to hit I don't know what it was he was trying to hit. Yeah. He was trying to hit the move, and he was like.
Tom Steyer taking over for the 19 in the 2020. Oh, you looking at that?
And I said with the speaker voice, stop pandering to Black people. This is what I talk about. I've been talking about this for a while.
You saw Bernie Sanders got public enemy.
Yeah, to fight the power. No. And Bernie, I expected more from Bernie. Like, I put Bernie at a different level than the other people. You know what I mean? Because Bernie
with Chuck and Flav, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that.
I don't know about that.
I'm not feeling that. Because for the most part, Bernie has, like, steered clear of the nonsense. And then, like, when he did that, because Bernie just seems like he's for everybody. Bernie just seems like he's about the people. He just seems like he's across the board. Now
he's like, yo, President Bush, your time is up. Like the clock would play.
I just couldn't. I'm just looking. I'm like, this is.
Chuck D said Biden was a hero to most, but he never meant shit to me. Motherfuck him and Donald Trump. The remake of let's do it 30 years ago, 1989. So one of them did 19 in the 2000, 99 in the 2000. The other one did 89 into 90.
I can't. Like, it's just, the pandering has to stop. Like, Black people, we're more than rap. We're more than basketball. I'm waiting for, why not have LeBron James just 360 dunk somebody? Hell, Elizabeth Warren, you get in on this. Have LeBron 360 dunk. Why not? Let's go all the way. If we want to be mad niggerish, let's go all the way in. Let's just do it all the way out. Let's offer everybody free chicken sandwiches from Popeyes. Let's do that. If you're gonna pander, just go all the way with it. Go all the way left with it.
Let's offer greens, potatoes, tomatoes, ham, turkey,
like, let's do that. Let's offer everybody Escalades. Let's do that. Like, let's just go all the way.
Rams.
Right, with Chris Rams. Right, they spinning.
Have Chris Rock be campaign. Yeah, they spinning. We spinning all the way to the White House.
And then put Tiffany Hatcher there and say, we ready. We ready.
Riding shotgun. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go all the way with it.
Let's go all the way with it. Let's just go all the way far with it. If we going to go there, let's just pull out everything.
This is good shit.
I mean, I just get so overworked by the whole, like we're more than basketball. We're more than rap. We're more than dancing. We're more than DJing. We're more than, what else? Cooking. Like, we have so much more to offer than just the stereotypes that are placed on us. And while some, like, more than singing, we're more than certain things. It's like, while some stereotypes are true about us, like, we do have rhythm. I'm sorry, no shade. Black people, we have natural rhythm. Cool. Yeah. Right, we do have natural swag. It's not being funny, but let's do more than that. But the funny thing is, it's like, white people out here doing, like, the white version of cooning.
That is some white cooning.
So what is a white cooning? I've come up with it. I say rabbiting because it's like you just want to hop on the next trend. You're just hopping onto everything. You just hop. Whatever goes, you just hop on it. You hop on it. That's what I'm saying.
It's bad as Hillary Clinton saying
with the hot sauce in the bag.
Breakfast Club. Says, that's a random thing. Like somebody has asked you, what's one thing you always carry in your purse? You're not gonna say hot sauce. No. That's like, come on. Out of everything, is what to say.
I say my cell phone.
Yeah.
It's not random, but
I got hot sauce.
It's like depending on what days you catch me, I might have some stuff for like my kids because I got kids, so I might have like a little first aid thing in my purse because kids get hurt.
Chick said hot sauce.
Like I don't carry hot sauce in my bag. I don't do that.
Clinton does. Because when Beyonce record was on,
I got hot sauce in my bag, swag.
That was when so that's what. Like,
I was ready for Hillary to do the. And I guess she could have said, "Bill, when he fucks me good, he takes me to Red Lobster." No. I was waiting for that next. You might just go all the way with it. Go all in.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to see somebody in some cornrows now.
Saw Joe Biden's ass won South Carolina. So
he did.
A much needed win for his ass. I think he'd have been he'd have been backing that ass out too. Like if he didn't win this one, because like dude been like his campaign been tanking.
He's been struggling.
He's been tanking worse than the Bulls right now. He's
been struggling.
Who are now like 20 and 40. They lost twice as many as they won. So
he's the whatchamacallit. Biden looked like the the struggle plates that you see on Facebook. Yeah. He was like had the struggle plates.
And then, like, dude won. I was like, okay, so a much needed shot in the arm with his campaign.
It breathed some life back into him. But whatchamacallit, he's another one that needs to go. Bloomberg. He's getting on my nerves.
I'm done with Bloomberg.
Like
I don't even want to watch YouTube anymore because every time a Bloomberg ad pops up.
But he got the money to pay for it.
Exactly, yeah. It's a billionaire.
Because like his commercials,
self-financed.
Like I've heard,
he don't have to raise campaign money. He just pays his own.
Right. He just takes. Well, yeah, I'll just take. I just want to buy another yacht today. It's like that. I won't buy another jet today. He just takes away from his jet money.
The jet's idling.
Right. His yacht money. I can't buy that island down there now, so I'll just take my island money.
I'll buy that one next year. Yeah.
Right. That's just what he's doing right now. But the one commercial that was playing on the radio, it's like he said the word black like 5 times. Like you could count like the number of times he talked about black.
I heard that commercial.
And then with black people, and then with black, it's like, okay, yes, it is.
I heard that commercial because
because it was on you.
They played it on my station.
It played on your station. That's why I said that. Yeah, because like I was listening, like
started making fun of those ads.
And I'm like,
I wonder if I can do that.
Like, why are you guys
like pop up like real? I'm gonna start making fun. Until somebody tells me not to. PD says like, don't talk shit about the Bloomberg ads. I'm like, really, dude?
Because it's just ridiculous the way he said black like 4 or 5 times. Yeah, because if I was born black, then I wouldn't have the same opportunity. And it's like, it's a yes and a no. It's like not every black person was born in the ghetto. Like, let's stop that there, white people. Every black, like, we weren't born in the ghetto. We weren't, and we're clearly black.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like, yes, it's a yes and no. It's like, because of institutional racism, it is certain things that did set us back where we didn't have the same opportunities from our past that are still affecting us for our present and possibly in our future. But just making it be like, oh, well, every black person is underprivileged and is poor and this and that, and that's what...
You elect me, I'll cut you a check.
No, every black person isn't underprivileged and poor and was born in the ghetto. That's just not true. It's like now some of us may not have had the same opportunity to advance like how some of y'all of the different persuasion as us then yes, that part is true. Redlining played a factor in some things.
Absolutely. That's a real thing.
Not being able to apply for certain jobs because, like, our mom has told us many stories about the counters, like, at Walgreens, because Walgreens served food back in the day. And she said,
Walgreens and Woolworths.
And Woolworths.
They wouldn't, y'all probably don't even know what the Woolworths is.
So she was like, when she would go downtown with her mom, and then it would be like the ad in the paper, it would say white only to apply for, like, the cashier. And the black people would be in the back cooking. Or washing the dishes or doing like that.
The kitchen, yeah.
Right, but the white people would be...
front, though, all it's all white. It's all right because it's
all
white.
Like, no, we don't want to see your black ass in the front. You take your ass in the back. And our mom told us this story. So, not our grandmother, not our our mom told us. So this is just one generation from... You know, you guys saying that it was so long ago.
Who has a birthday coming up? So happy early birthday to Mom.
Happy early birthday,
Mama.
Mama.
Right
Diamonds forever.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that. I say diamonds forever. But no, though, it's like when he kept on talking about the black and this and then I'm like, and he's like, yes, and the systematic racism, and I'm like, oh, like stop and frisk. That's the first thing I said. You talk about that systematic racism, and I'm like,
it's funny you were doubling down on the stop and frisk. He decided to run for president,
right?
Now all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, I was wrong. Like no shit, really, you were wrong. You just now figuring that out now that you're running for president.
Idiot.
Now you want to apologize
after he jumped ship because he was a Republican candidate.
Republican mayor of New York,
and now you're a Democrat. Mysteriously.
But yeah, none of these candidates are perfect, man. I don't know. This Democratic Party is a clown show. Like I don't know what the hell is going on.
I thought 2020 was going to get better vision, but this is more cloud than ever. This just vision. This shit is terrible.
It's starting to look like Trump ain't going nowhere, man. Like the more I look at this clown show, man.
Yeah, he couldn't get him. Well, he got impeached, but he wasn't removed. So at least that stain is there. He did get impeached in his first term, so
that's still, if you can't beat a guy that just got impeached, you suck. So like, I'm really going, whoever gets the nomination, if you don't beat Trump, you're getting roasted. Yeah, you suck. If you can't beat a guy that just got impeached, you suck. You need to just retire forever from politics.
Like if you can't beat out somebody who like at your job who like got busted for like drugs or like stealing, and then you like, come on, we gotta do better as a people, just period.
Let's shift gears, talk about Deion Cole.
Yeah,
let's do it.
So
his NAA, first congratulations for Deion Cole. He won on Blackish NAACP award.
Yes.
But that's not what we're talking about. We already talked about that last week. We're talking about his fashion choice.
Yes.
And what the internet went wild about his fashion choice.
He broke the internet, but not in a good way.
With this picture in particular.
Yes, because he had on bell-bottom pants.
A velvet suit.
A velvet bell-bottom suit. And I mean, I didn't think really much of it. I didn't think
anything of it.
Right, I didn't think much of it because
first of all, I don't judge other men's fashions. Like, it's not my thing.
My thing is a lot of stuff that's being worn on a red carpet is red carpet still. Like, you would never wear it in real life. Like, you're not going to go to Walmart and nothing like that. Like, you wear, like, over the top, etc. Like, I mean, we've seen some of these galas, like, where it's, like, the poofy and it's, like, the way the outfit looks is really over the top.
You saw J-Lo with her titty out. She wasn't going to wear that in real life. with
the Versace.
The titties out, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Kim had her whole titty out, yeah.
Yeah, and a pasty over her.
Like,
and
they
Diana
wouldn't
Ross
wear that in
it.
real life, yeah. Did Diana Ross read Me Too, Lil' Kim?
Ladies, we gotta keep our hands to ourselves too. Ladies, we can't just go out and reach out and touch people.
It'd been very Gordy. It'd have been a whole nother story.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You creep. No, but like I said, I didn't think anything of it. Like, I just was like, oh, okay. But then the internet, they was like, yeah, and what is he wearing?
Dude, gay as hell.
And then people started saying that he was gay, and it's like, wait, what? What just happened? Like, I was confused when people were saying that Deion Cole was gay.
I gotta call up my guy Jamal because he like went hard. I name names. You posted it on your Facebook, so I can talk about it.
It's public record.
It's out there. So yeah. So I'll talk about it. Now I can't find it. Here we go.
Once you post it, it's public. until you delete it. But then if someone screenshot it, then you still you still be a hot wire years later.
What a lot of people were saying, especially the women, let's be honest, they were saying like, "Whoa, back in the 70s, cats wore bell bottoms. Like, what's the big deal?"
Right.
He was saying like, "No, that dude gay." It's like he
Right, 'cause
just
that's
kept
like-
he just kept doubling down on like, well, he's a cat in his 40s. He's an older cat, so you know
So if
he
you're,
kept doubling
if
down.
you're
on
older,
it.
then I'm sure in the 80s you wore some tight jeans.
I was just about to say that with
Broken glass everywhere.
He's one of these cats that that looks out and says that they trying to sissify the current generation with like the way of the fashions and all. Yeah, trying to emasculate our men. I was like, come on, we grew up in the 80s.
Right.
Prince, Boy George,
Well, I just said it.
Grandmaster
Broken
Flash,
glass
385,
everywhere. Those pants were tight in
Rick
that video.
James and thigh-high boots. Like,
Yeah.
we grew up with that.
Give it to me, baby.
Come on.
He had cornrows like mine. He had cornrows with beads on the bottom, and he had on.
Thigh-high with leggings.
with leggings.
Yeah.
But nobody said he was gay.
Just saying, like if we turned out okay watching that shit. Like, I don't see like how we in Living Color, Blaine and Antoine, Men on
Exactly.
Films. We grew up watching that shit, and that didn't make me want to be gay watching that. Yeah.
Hated it.
Yeah. So what's the difference between like cats dress like what Westbrook wears now, but then versus what Rick James and Prince were wearing then?
Because Prince wore those shirts and the blouses. He wore
And
blouses.
he had his ass out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, well, he is.
Come on, dude.
He did turn around. What was that, like
Yeah.
the American Music Awards or something?
Yeah,
with some
dude
awards.
had his ass out.
We was like, what was that? When he turned around, we saw ass. We was like, wait, did he just have his ass out?
On the Dirty Minds album, he had on like on a G-string, like no pants on.
Yeah, his neck when he was like
Yeah.
that. Sorry. He was like that.
He had he took an album cover totally naked. Yeah,
with
covering
the flowers,
himself.
and
Yeah.
he was covering himself.
That's the
yeah.
Love Sexy album. Yeah, he's totally naked.
See,
on
we're
the cover
old. We
of that.
remember that.
I know all the old Prince albums.
But yeah, it's just covered. It's like
But none of that shit made me attracted to men. I'm just saying.
right.
So,
But a lot of that stuff, like you said, if you look at all that, like Earth, Wind, and Fire, and
the Isley Brothers, look at
Ohio
all. They
players,
all them, as
Commodores.
you say, all of them dressed kind of spicy, as you would say.
yeah, because they had like the
Zesty, that's the word I'm looking
zesty.
for.
They had like
dressed a little zesty, all the
they
little
had
guys.
the like the unitards, and they wore
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Africa Bambaataa, like all those early hip hop
Africa
groups. Yeah, it's
Bambaataa.
like the cats that really like changed the culture for hip hop was Run
Run
DMC.
DMC because they wore my
Yeah, they wore Adidas, jeans, and they would
jogging suits.
the
With the
jogging suits
Kangol.
or the Kangos. And then
LL Cool J
they
did.
started wearing leather jackets later.
Mhm.
Like they changed
the
it.
gold rope chains.
Before them, it was like that Grandmaster Flash Africa Bambaataa stuff.
Yeah, the
going
tight-
on.
the tight pants.
That's what they were when they looked like Rick James. Like I said, like that's what rappers wore back in the early '80s.
And then Cameo had the cod piece, the
Yeah,
red
Larry
cod
Blackman
piece.
with cod piece. Come on.
But it didn't make you go out and put a cod piece on.
I never said I want to dress like Larry
You
Blackman.
never wore a
and wear
cod piece. You just thought he was performing because I mean, when you wear, it's part of your costume.
It's
Yeah,
your
you're just
character.
performing. Like he didn't walk down the street wearing a red cod piece. Michael Jackson dressed
Michael
very
Jackson,
flamboyant.
yeah. Come on.
Like the video, the one, what was that one? The I Wanna Rock With You. That video, he was
Yeah,
like in
a one piece.
in a unitard, yeah, with like glitter. He
Look
wore
at
a
the-
glitter glove.
Look at the bad album cover. Michael Jackson look androgynous to you on that.
Yeah, very much so.
Just saying. Come
But that
on.
was the style in the 80s. 80s was very androgynous.
Yeah.
From like Annie Lennox to
Boy
Michael
George, all of
Jackson
that
to
shit.
Boy George. Yeah.
For how you don't hear like you don't hear
George
white
Michael was in
George
George-
Michael,
yeah.
Wham, yeah.
Wham, Jitterbug. You know,
Yeah.
it was like, yeah. That was when we grew up in the 80s and
And saw all of that.
we saw that. But
In
we're
real
not,
time, we never said, "Hey, like I think I like dudes." Like never said
Right.
that.
I never said like I think I'm gonna be a man. Like I mean I just thought I didn't think anything of it. I didn't really think about their gender. I just was like, oh, I like their music. They have good music. It made me want to dance like their music. I didn't think about
Oh,
their
it's just
sexuality
cats now
or
just
nothing.
like I don't know, they weird.
Hypersensitive
Yeah.
about stuff. Because I mean I was truly a child in the 80s. Like I didn't think about sexuality. I didn't think about
I was
gender.
thinking about all
I didn't
of
think
that
about
now.
race.
It's
I didn't
like,
think about a lot of things when I was younger. I
if
just
you want to be technical, like shit looked way gayer back when we were growing up than it does now. If you want to be technical, like all the stuff I just named. Eddie Murphy with a tough skin tight leather suit on Delirious. Come on, a red leather suit. Come on.
and then Raw he had the purple on.
And he wore a leather suit and bra too.
The
Yeah,
purple.
come on.
Yeah.
We watched all of it. I didn't want to go out and wear a skin tight leather suit after watching that shit.
But that was the fashion. Like we said, like a lot of stuff we just thought about them just performing.
Yeah. It's like, oh, he's just on stage performing. I didn't think nothing about dude gay as hell, but now it's like, oh, they try to poison our youth's mind. How come our minds didn't get poisoned watching that shit? Watching Blaine and Antoine, how come we didn't get poisoned?
And then double down, you said about that, like what people bring up, because when you bring up the fashion choices of the 70s and 80s, like, okay, we started getting loose in the 90s, like people wore the baggy jabots and cross colors and Carl
When our generation started coming of age. Yeah. Even we wore some dumb looking shit looking back, yeah. It was wasn't skin tight, but it was like we went the opposite way.
Yeah, it was like that's
wearing size like 44 pants and you like
my size.
Yeah. Like 160 or whatever. 160 soaking wet.
Like you a 28-inch waist dude. You got a 44-inch waist. Come on now. Come on, bro. That's not it.
We did that shit. Wearing 5X t-shirts. Like, that's what we were on, nigga.
And goggles. But no, though. I don't think, like, I don't get, like, why he got so much hate mail for it. I don't get why he got it.
I didn't even think about what dude was wearing until I saw the internet.
People will go, and then he posted whatchamacallit.
Because he actually won. I saw he walked on stage and got, I didn't even think about what he was. I said, Deion won. Chi-Town. That's what's up. Yeah. That's all I thought about it.
And then he posted.
I wasn't even paying attention to what he was wearing, really.
I think Harry Styles had the exact same pants, and he posted a picture of Harry Styles, and he's like, "Now Harry Styles ain't getting the pushback that I got. I wonder why."
Because black guys hate gays. That's
exactly.
Let's call it what it is. Black dudes hate gays.
They do.
Let's call it what it is.
They do.
I used to be one of those black dudes that hated gays. Like, I guess I used to be that. Mm-hmm. Like, I know, like, back, not even that long, like 10 years ago, I would have been like my friend Jamal, like, roasted Deion Cole.
But growth and maturity, I mean, you grow and you mature.
Yeah, you realize the error of your ways. It's like, yeah, I used to use the F-bomb a lot, and I'm not talking about fuck. The other F slur, yeah. The gay F slur, yeah, which I won't say now, but you know exactly what I'm saying.
Right. But it's like, yeah, you grow and you mature. Because, I mean, a lot of stuff is like, it's learned behavior, and then you listen. If you have, like, everybody around you saying that this is wrong, and, you know, you're supposed to do this, and you're not supposed to be this and that, and then...
As a matter of fact, I'm telling stories now. Yeah, me and Feast, like our brother, we used to, that was, anybody we didn't like automatically was gay.
But that's a childish thing that's what people do. That's what people did back in the day. They would do that.
How come you ain't a fan of so-and-so? Because he gay, that's gay. Why. Dude was probably smashing all kinds of bad chicks. The chicks he turned down probably looked better than the chicks that we were pulling. But he's gay. We're calling them gay.
Right. Like the one who got me, it was somebody who posted, I guess it was a gay male who posted this, and he was like, since you don't want gay males, then, you know, stop wearing our stuff, stop wearing your Dolce stuff. Because like all these designers are gay men. All the top designers are pretty much gay men. Your Yves Saint Laurent, all that stuff that you like to floss and wear, Gucci, all that stuff you like to floss and wear from your designers, they're from gay men. So if you don't want to like gay men, then don't wear their stuff.
Wow.
And that's what the person put in their post, and I was like, you got a point there. You do got a point. You can't like go in and double down and be so...
Nah, dude, gay, man.
You can't do that. But Deion, I'm glad that, you know, he weathered that, because I thought that was just ridiculous. With like going in about him, like
I didn't even think about what dude wearing. I was like, wow, they really going in on Deion.
And he just wore, like I said, I just thought it was just like an outfit that, like I said, you wear it to an award show or a red carpet. It's nothing you would wear in your regular life.
Anything I would have said, tacky, not gay, is what I would.
Right, and I get that when people. Like, if you don't like a certain fashion, I get, like, saying like it's not
Westbrook me. Westbrook and, like, Harden and all, I'd be like, yeah he's tacky. I don't call him gay.
Yeah. So Harden is, like, kind of a known hoe in the NBA. He's kind of...
Yeah, he done smashed some of the baddest chicks out.
And then Westbrook has been with his wife since college. Yeah. They have 2 kids. Like, he and his wife been together since college. So, yeah. But, it's like, I just... Like I said, like, the fashion choices, I'm like, yeah, it's tacky more than anything. But... Not gay, but let's just do better with that as people. We need to not be so extra with that type of stuff.
Especially when you start hotepping and saying that, oh, they trying to destroy the black man and all of that.
Like, automatically, if
like
you...
we didn't grow up watching all that bullshit.
Automatically, if you start going down the hotep hole, I'm just gonna jump out of it. I'm gonna jump right away from you. Because even if I was feeling your point, and then when I start seeing that you're going down that hotep hole, I can't mess with it. I just can't. Mm-hmm. And then the other thing, too, when people make all these stuff about... And like I said, and I know I'm on fire fearing people, but whatever. This is our damn podcast. When people try to talk about, like, they're still talking about the whole Dwayne Wade with his son and this and that. And I'm like, let's just leave it.
Spark plug right there.
They still are talking about, like, first of all, Dwayne Wade, did he ever say that his son was going to get gender reassignment surgery? To the best of my knowledge, I can't find that post.
Badass, I'm looking at you.
I can't find that post. If you can find the post, please tag
Don't
it.
Don't cut his dick out.
Right. Did Dwayne Wade say that I'm going to have my son take hormones and remove his penis? Did he ever say that? Did Zaya ever say that she wanted to remove her penis? Did Zaya ever say that? No. If they didn't, then... I mean, if they did and I didn't see it, just please tag it in this post. Let me know. Because I want to be educated. I want to know. But to the best of my knowledge, that didn't happen. But... a lot of people with this talking about the gender thing and all this and that, it's like, but...
And like, I hate memes at the end of the day, too, like, because people post memes without any content.
Without any content, yeah, you just make up shit.
Like, the latest meme with that one had Dwayne Wade, Gabby Union, and Zaya now, on the other side of that T.I. and his daughter, like, posting it. Then the caption, had a little bullshit caption.
Yeah, I saw that one.
One man, one's like kid son comes out as transgender, you embrace it. The other man like trying to protect his daughter from predators. You crucify him.
First of all,
I just shook my ass. I'm not. Y'all
and
wild.
I opened that door.
Y'all wild as hell.
You opened up that door. Being a daughter who had all older brothers, as a girl, we face this all the time. As a girl, your virginity is such a protected thing. I'm not saying that you should be like, go out and be that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying to tell your daughter to go out and be a hoe. I'm not saying that, but the way that society teaches you, like, oh no, you need to protect yourself and this and that. But then you let your sons do everything under the sun.
Can I tell the story?
You let your sons do everything. Have we told this story
before? If not, then it might have been a long time ago. I'll tell it again. Is remember when Dad walked in on me?
Yes,
a young lady.
Yeah,
we were about to
embark on some fun.
He walked in, and I really thought that I was busted. I was a young guy. I was like
22 or something.
A young guy. Like,
you were young, yeah.
I was still living at home.
You were a young guy. Yeah, you were in your early 20s.
I said, oh shit! Like Dad walked in on me with this chick in it.
Right.
He just like basically, he was like Kid's father in Class Act.
Class Act.
When he walked on Kid into Titty, he was like that. He's like, oh, carry on, son. It's like that. Right. Now, I remember I told you to start using it. Had that been me,
I never would have heard that.
He'd still be yelling at you from the grave now about that.
Right. I never would have heard the end of that. If my dad walked in on me with a guy, like, first of all, Dad didn't even want me to, like, date. Like, he's like, well, you can't. How am I supposed to meet somebody? Like, first of all, if I'm over a certain age, if I'm old enough where I can date, why can't I date? Well, no. We don't want these little nappy head boys. That's what you always said, little nappy head boys. That was his thing. He always said. But we need to remove that double standard for girls and boys to be like, if your son is getting some, it's like, But then if your daughter, is even not getting some, if your daughter is just thinking about trying to protect herself or has questions, then you just blow up.
Remember the Good Time episode?
Yeah.
Sexual behavior in the ghetto. When James thought it was JJ's.
He was like,
and then he found out it was Thelma's. Oh, hell no, get this piece of junk out of my house.
Right, then he was mad.
This filthy thing in, like, Florida looked like, where was all that energy with JJ?
It's that double standard that we need to stop when it comes to our girls. And it's just, T.I., he did to himself by putting it out there saying that, you get her hymen checked. Because, first of all, a broken hymen does not mean that you're sexually active. There's other ways that your hymen can break without being sexually active. And then being like, no, like, it just sounded barbaric. It sounded chauvinistic. It sounded really ridiculous. It sounded like a caveman when you're taking your daughter in to get her hymen checked to make sure she's a virgin.
And the way he explained it was all weird too. Like, it sounded like he was in the room, where like he wasn't, but like it just sounded bad. Like
he
the way
did
he
to
put
himself.
It out there.
Right, the way he did it to himself.
he wasn't in the room. He took her to the exam, but he wasn't in the room when the gynecologist is checking. Right. It sounded like he was there. Like, is it intact? Like, it sounded real creepy. Like, like the way he explained it is like, so were you in the room when she was getting checked?
I mean, I'm not gonna ever flag that. Like, if Marcus ever tried to be like he's going to check, hell no, you're not checking Ariana's hymen. No, you're not gonna be like Marcus is like he's leaving all of the women stuff to me. He's like. Everything that has to be with doing has to do with being a woman. I'm the person.
Handle that.
And T.I., you don't even have to do that because it's like you have a wife and then she has her mother. So she actually has two moms, your daughter. Deja has Tiny and then she has her biological mother. So she actually has two women that she can go to for that.
So T.I. was really just doing too much.
So you need to, I was like, he need to send his ass now expeditiously. That's what I just kept on saying.
But make a long story short on that, memes suck. Let's call
memes suck. Yeah. Oh, but I know I was going with the whole thing. So like when people keep on going like about the gender stuff and saying that it's because I've heard some people talk about the gender this and that, but my thing is, and this is going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. You talk about the gender and this and that, but if you've ever dressed up as a woman or imitated a woman for laughs, and you talk about them having a gender agenda,
I didn't even mention that. We grew up watching Wanda, Shanae. We grew up with all of that.
Bernice Jenkins, Ricky Smiley. Yep.
Yeah, we grew up watching all of that shit.
Eddie Murphy did several characters. He did the Clumps.
Yeah.
He did Rashabusha from Norbit. That came later, yeah.
It's about that era when we were that impressionable age. It's like that.
Because Flip Wilson started. Geraldine started back in the day.
Yeah, like in the 70s.
And Tyler Perry just took it next level with Madea.
But yeah, when we grew up watching Wanda and Shanae, it didn't make me want to put on a dress. I'm just saying.
It did. So when people talk about like that, you talk about the whole gender thing. Say, but if you've ever
Dennis Rodman wore a fucking wedding
gown. He wore a wedding dress and married himself, right?
And we just watched the Bulls. Like, oh, Rodman, cool. We still it didn't make us want to stop watching the Bulls. Imagine if that happened now. Like your favorite basketball player put on a wedding dress, like his career would be over. Like brothers wouldn't watch him anymore. Imagine that. If Wendell Carter put on a wedding gown now, like, can you imagine that? Well, like who else is about a bigger name? Like like who's if
Draymond Green put on a wedding dress.
Draymond Green, yeah, that's a good example.
He's a new Rodman. Yeah, he's like a new Rodman.
I think cats would still be fans of that dude. If Draymond put on a wedding.
First of all, he would make a horrible looking woman. That's the first part.
Rodman was himself.
Rodman was that's the thing, we would just roast him. We just said he was a horrible looking woman. We was like, he looks terrible.
I'm saying real ugly in that wedding gown.
Because he was a horrible looking woman.
We grew up watching that and like it didn't make us want to stop watching the Bulls. That's all I'm saying. Cats are way more sensitive now than they were back in the day.
So that's my thing.
I was saying, like, gay stuff been happening like since the beginning of the time.
So that's my thing that I say that is if you're a person,
it didn't make none of us want to be gay. Watching Rodman in a wedding gown didn't make me want to put on a wedding gown.
If you're a person and then if you talk about
you're gay, you're gay. It got nothing to do with Rodman
if you talk about that,
or anything else.
If you talk about the agenda and if you've ever been part of that, if you've ever dressed up like, because like we know like the whole comedy thing now, like I said, we can go on Instagram and look at all that. Like a lot of people do the thing where they put the wigs on, they dress up as women, and they do that. Mm-hmm. Or they do like the "Hey girl," they do like the girlfriend.
That's what made me think of Wanda and Shanae when you said that. I was
"Hey girl,"
I was like, they did that back in the day too. Yeah, you're right.
So if you've ever done that, if you've ever done that, then you're not really in a place where you could talk about gender, agenda. You really can't talk about it because it's like, you did. Like, you made a caricature of a woman. Mm. So does that make you suspect? Does that make you...
Sus.
Does that make you... I mean, I'm just saying. But people would get mad at me for that. Like, when you point out actual facts and people get mad, then it's like, okay, then I'm probably going to be called a bitch or something, but it's fine. I've been called worse things.
Hey. We'll bring it down a little bit because we're a little fired up now.
Yeah.
We'll talk about 224 1 week ago.
Yes.
Kobe Day.
Yes.
How much of it did you watch?
I watched the whole thing because I didn't watch it live because I was
I tried watching it live.
What was I doing?
We're gonna talk about that.
I had a really busy day at work. Like my work day was so busy. I was super busy.
I worked night, so I got up to watch that.
because I had a lot of work. I had a lot that I had to do that day.
After Vanessa Bryant, I had to turn it off. It's like, I'm done. Then I went back and watched some of the videos online, like Shaq, Jordan, but watching it live, I was like, I'm done.
I found the stream that MSNBC, I think, was running.
because they aired it on every channel.
Yeah, and then I found
TV
it on Facebook because I just typed in Kobe tribute, and then when I found it, they was like, here's the whole one, 2 hours. I was like, okay, so this is the whole tribute, and then I hit play and I watched it.
I was like, I was done, man. I was emotionally drained after that shit.
Yeah.
Even before she started talking about Kobe, I wanted to turn it on when she was just talking about Gianna. I was like, it just hit you right there.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. And then when she started talking about Kobe, after that, I was like, and then Michael Jordan walks her off stage. I was like, I can't watch this.
Yeah,
I was done.
My heart got in my throat when she said it's the reason why God took both of them because they couldn't be without each other.
They were so much alike.
Yeah.
And then you see like her, the way she played and everything, she was her daddy's girl.
She was Kobe. She was a little Kobe.
Yeah. When you look back, like I didn't know that before her death, but now you look back, it's like she was
her turnaround and her turnaround, her
biting the jersey, all of that.
Yeah, because he was like, he said that she never saw me do that, and then yet and still, it was just in her DNA. Like she just bit her jersey like that, and she never even seen him do that, but she did that on her own. And when Beyonce came out and she opened up, I was like, when she was singing Halo. I was like. I was trying to hold it back. I was like, okay. I was like, this is how we going to start off with Beyonce singing Halo.
With the song. And then...
because Halo's a beautiful song.
Was it Jimmy Kimmel? I was good with Kimmel.
No, he was crying. Like, he was kind of getting me a little bit because you could see the tears in his eyes. You could see the tears just there.
I was fine until Vanessa Bryant
But then when Vanessa came out...
I was like, I can't watch anymore. This is too much, man.
And then at one point when they were talking, and then when Beyonce just puts her hand on Vanessa's shoulder and just kind of... that you felt that chill because Beyonce was consoling her. You know, when Beyonce put her hand on her shoulder. I felt something.
So when I was officially done, when she's walking off stage and like Jordan grabbed her, it was like,
yeah, when Jordan grabbed her.
Click. I turned it off then.
And then whatchamacallit was
and I haven't watched it back since. Like
whatchamacallit got me too when I was watching Alicia Keys, because Alicia Keys plays so beautifully. I
didn't see hers.
Yeah, she played.
I went back. I watched Shaq's speech and I watched Jordan's speech.
Alicia played Moonlight Sonata by Beethoven because that was the piece that Kobe learned to play for his wife. Because
Vanessa mentioned that.
Yeah, that was a piece that he learned how to play for her. Just the first part of it, because it is a difficult piece. But Alicia obviously played the whole piece, and I love Moonlight Sonata. Like that's a beautiful piece by Beethoven. It's very beautiful, and Alicia just played it very beautifully, and you could just see. Because she's a trained pianist, so you can see, like, you know, the emotion when she was into and just playing the emotion of her just really playing that. And then Jimmy Kimmel did help to bring a little bit of like humor. Because like after Alicia's performance, he came out, he said, you know, Kobe's looking down right now. He's like, I'm gonna play better. I'm gonna play that better than Alicia. I'm gonna play it better than Alicia. I'm gonna have to do it to play better than Alicia. So that brought it because just to show his competitive nature.
And Shaq had the line of the night.
Oh yeah, when Shaq and Jordan too. Jordan had a good one.
Jordan was good too, but I think Shaq
had the best one.
Because Shaq was telling a personal story about like, you know, the teammates were complaining about
Kobe not passing the ball.
Which he didn't. Like Kobe, if you put the ball in his hand, he gonna shoot every time. Because it's like calling Kobe Big Baby. Big Baby gonna shoot. He gonna shoot every time.
Because I remember when even before Kobe passed, like they just had a meme up and they was like, Kobe, if you're Kobe Bryant and they're like, you're guarded and if somebody open, what do? Shoot. Exactly. You're guarded by 3 people. This person's open. What are you going to do? Kobe's going to shoot it. I'm going to shoot it.
Everybody on the team is in front 5-on-1. He's not passing none of those other 4 guys. You could have 4. You could have Steph Curry, Steve Kerr, Ray Allen, and Reggie Miller as the 4 other guys, 4 of the best shooters. Kobe's going to shoot. He ain't passing to none of those guys, some of the greatest shooters of all time. Kobe's shooting every time.
Nope, I'm not shooting. I'm not passing.
But yeah, and Shaq told, you know, the team are still playing. He's like, so he went to Kobe and said, hey, you know, there's no I in team. So yeah, but there's an M-E in that motherfucker. And then the funny part is you went back to, he said to Rick Fox and Robert Horry, said, hey, just rebound the ball. He's not going to pass to you. He went back and told him that. Hey, just rebound it. Kobe's not passing to you.
And the fact that he actually said motherfucker and didn't censor it.
Yeah, me and that motherfucker.
That made me laugh.
You know what? Just rebound the ball. Kobe's not going to pass to you.
Vanessa had a moment that made me laugh too with hers when she talked about that, Kobe would be looking for her at the start. So that showed how much he cared about his family. That
he's like, where's my wife?
Looking for his wife and his kids. He'd be looking because at the first time out in the first quarter,
would be late. Yeah.
Because as a parent, I get it. As a parent,
anybody who has like small kids,
I get it. Yeah. I 100% get that because
it's hard to be on time.
It's hard to be on time unless you leave super early.
You got a plan to be on time, basically.
You have to leave super early because kids is like just getting them in the car and strapped in. Yeah. That's 20 minutes just getting them in their coats and getting them in the car. That's 20 minutes easy.
Don't let one of them have to use the bathroom.
Right. Then you got to take them out and you have to change the diaper. It's a lot. But she said that when Kobe, she was like, you'll be okay. She was like, it's not like you're going to drop 81 in the first quarter. She said, my smart ass said that to him. And it just, like, that humor right there, like, that kind of made you laugh. But Jordan... I like Jordan's because Jordan
got real emotional talking about his little brother. Like,
yeah,
he said, "Yeah, you made me create another meme."
Because that made me laugh. The meme. He said it would be Kobe that got
it's you. Yes, it's
Kobe. It would be Kobe that made me another meme.
Mm-hmm. You got me up here crying again. I got another meme going. Every day of his life he hears about the crying Jordan.
Yeah, the meme.
Ever since, like every day, like I'm sure that's mentioned him.
Was that 2010 when that meme?
Yeah. yeah. I'm sure every day is mentioned.
And it's never gonna go away. Like everybody, like people probably Photoshop with the guy with Tom Sayers. They probably Photoshop Jordan's face on and did that, put a crying meme on his face.
You think about it, we didn't really see Jordan cry before we saw him, but he always hit his face.
Right.
Like when he won his first championship, he cried on the trophy. There's another one when he won it the first time after his father died. He's laying face down.
Yeah, he's laying face
down
on the ground. Yeah,
that was on Father's Day too. Like, which is like we got real emotional. I want to say that was 96. So that was the 72 win team.
Right.
Yeah, which is still the greatest team of all time. Sorry, Warriors, still the greatest team of all time. But yeah, that was the 72 win team, and like Jordan won it on Father's Day. His first championship without his father by his side.
Right.
So he broke that. He cried, but he was face down.
He was face down. Yeah. Right.
Like, so we never saw him cry with his face out until the crying Jordan meme. That's the first time we saw. But he probably always had them because them cry faces. He just always hid them back then.
He just knew how to hide them. Yeah. But but the thing that I will say about the Kobe tribute, Kobe, Gianna, and the other 7 of the crash, I do like that it showed that vulnerability that you saw, especially like in our race, we saw black and brown and white. We just saw men, period, tapping into their emotion. We saw men crying.
No, I was in my feelings.
We saw men, you know what I mean?
I was Drake that day. I was in my feelings.
But men are taught, like, especially as black men, it's like, you're not supposed to cry. You're a punk. You're not supposed to cry. Be a man. Man up. Mm-hmm. And it's like, but Kobe, he was more than just a friend to some people. He was like a brother to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And it's like, your brother passed away, so that's a huge hole in your heart now. Mm-hmm. So it's okay to cry. You can cry. You can express that emotion. You can be upset. You can grieve. You can, whatever emotion you need to do to get out, to help you through the process of coping and dealing with his death, you can do. Mm-hmm. Don't let anybody say that you shouldn't feel this type of way. Let it out. Like, do what you need to do to heal.
But what I did find strange about that whole thing is, even though they showed him several times, why wasn't Joe Bryant's name mentioned? His father, like Joe and Pam Bryant's parents, like they were never mentioned on that stage. It was weird.
Shaq mentioned them.
Shaq mentioned
the parents. Yeah.
But it was strange how like nobody mentioned the parents. Like,
because they showed them.
Like, they kept showing every time, especially Joe Bryant. They showed him a lot.
Yeah, because they kept on panning the camera over, and they kept on panning.
And I was like, that was kind of strange to me. Yeah.
And one of his sisters did get some nice ink. I saw her.
Yeah, 2 sisters. Yeah.
Yeah, because they showed her tattoo that she got. So what she got.
I saw the 224.
The 224, and then it's a mamba. Mm-hmm. It's a black snake, and the way that it is, it's an 8. Mm-hmm. So it's an infinity sign, but infinity sign sideways is an 8.
Yeah, so 224 and 8.
So that works out for her, and it's a mamba. So I was like, that worked out perfectly that she did that tattoo. That was really fitting, I feel.
As we segue, since we're talking about this, we talking about Kobe. Let's talk about Snoop Dogg's Red Table Talk. Did you watch?
I didn't watch it yet.
Okay, well, we can't talk about that. Snoop was on Red Table Talk.
I saw that he was going, that he did go on there. I didn't get a chance to watch it.
And then, first of all, because, like, once again, like, Hotep's gonna Hotep. Like they posted, yeah. Like, where's Gail? Why she ain't on there? The episode starts. So clearly you didn't watch the episode. The episode started off. Jada said that, hey, we invited Gail King here. We have an open invitation. Like we haven't heard back from her. But she's welcome to come here anytime she wants. So they invited her. She just didn't come. That's my thing. Why Snoop? Like, why ain't Gail on there? When the episode started off with her saying that, like, yeah, first, like, Gail King is invited. Yeah, but Hoteps we just haven't heard that from her.
They don't read or listen.
Exactly. That's the very first line in the episode is like, Gail King has been invited. And we still haven't opened it. Anytime she wants to come on, she can come sit down at the table with us if she wants to come on here. So they haven't. They've extended it out to her. She just didn't come on. So.
I do need to watch it because I've heard like some mixed reviews about it. Like people were trying to say that Jada is like
no, it was a conversation. It wasn't an attack.
Right, like I said, I don't believe the attack thing because, like I said,
I watched the whole like 30-minute episode. It was a conversation, and as a woman, and she's like, was there with of course her mom and her daughter. So it's like, so she said like when you said those words, I felt something. Like she said, so like she just once said like, and then Snoop told his side because he was like, well, he was where his mind was at. Like he was thinking about Kobe's family. Like I said, and then the same thing I said pretty much, but. I didn't say funky dog head bitch, but yeah, it's like same thing I said is like too soon is what I said. Like like Gail questioning, like I don't have a problem with that. You're a journalist, but too soon is my thing. Like he's not even buried yet.
Right.
Like too soon is what I said.
Right, that was too much.
If it was like 6 months from now, I was like she asked that. Fine. But like he ain't even in the ground yet. I was like, why would you even ask that?
Yeah, that was kind of out there.
That's where I was at.
And then the fact that, and then like we said, like not even the fact that you asked it, but then you just stayed on it. After Lisa answered your question, but I guess you feel like she didn't answer it to what you wanted to be answered to, and then you stayed on it.
But that's what I got out of it. It was just a conversation. Like Snoop talking with the Pinkett Smith women.
I'm going to check it out, though. Yeah. I'm going to check it out.
It was pretty good. So will you check it out? Maybe we'll come back to this again. I should have asked you before, like, you watch this Red Table Talk with Snoop Dogg? It's all good.
No, I had an interesting weekend. Yeah.
And finally, unless you got something else, after 65 years, Congress made lynching a federal hate crime. 65 years after the Emmett Till situation.
100 years too late.
Yes.
Because, like Black Wall Street and Rosewood and all that stuff happened.
It's just now a federal hate crime.
Right. 100 years too late, really. Like, lynching should have been out at the 1900, like at the 1900 mark.
After
slavery. That's what I said. And even if you had, like, some, like, little leftover, by 1900, it should have been. Because slavery ended in 1865, like, for real, 1863. But then you found out by 1865, everybody knew. So then if it took a little bit of time to, like, weed out the bullshit, 1900, it should have been, we ain't doing this.
So I'm glad they are, like, coming after this bullshit. They saw, like, the KKK and those groups are considered, they're on the same level as ISIS now as far as groups.
Which
like
they are.
Which they should have always been,
they
like,
should
to be
have been.
honest. Yeah.
You terrorize people and you use religion as your reason.
Sounds like,
that sounds like ISIS to me. That sounds like ISIS to me.
Al-Qaeda to me.
Right.
Yeah. If you terrorize somebody in the name of God, I'm just saying.
Right. You're a damn terrorist.
Exactly. Instead of screaming Allahu Akbar, you burning crosses. What's the difference?
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
All the same, two sides of the same racist coin. So, but yeah, I'm glad that they did make it federal law, finally. So, we're going to follow and see where this is going to lead to.
It's progress. Like I said, it's still work to be done. But anytime I see forward motion, I'm happy.
Right.
Like Hoteps are never happy, so fuck that. Anytime I see forward motion, I'm happy. Like, it's progress. I'm not saying that it's over, like, your dumbass Hoteps.
No.
I'm saying it's progress.
Like Obama being elected in the end racism.
It's like, you want to get here, you're here. Now you went up a step. Yeah, it's progress.
Right. Rome wasn't built in a day, so.
But ready to wrap this up?
Yes.
Because we've waited long now. Definitely appreciate you supporting Not Another Damn Podcast. We had a whole lot to get in. We probably went longer on some topics than we should have. That's why we kind of rushed to the end ones. So I was going to talk more about Snoop Dogg, but I was like, look at the time. But if you like what we're doing, you can subscribe, share, rate, review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, SoundCloud, iHeart, TLC Talk Radio. What's good, Tasha?
Hey, Tasha.
Also, your Amazon Alexa devices, YouTube, audio only, video coming soon, meaning eventually. Also, like our Facebook fan page for Not Another Damn Podcast. Do that for us. Give us a like. And follow me at Ozman the Wizard on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Oz Radio on Snapchat and Facebook as well. Also, you can check out OzRadio.net, where I give you all your current hits. Still a work in progress, just like the YouTube page. And if you like the 90s and 2K classics, that's pretty much set as it is. Just ask me for the link for OzRadio.net, the bomb, and I'll hook you up.
And you can check me out, MSIMAH626 on Instagram and on Twitter. Also, STR8GULLEY1 on Twitter, STR8GULLEY7 on Instagram. Also, please like the Straight Gully Facebook fan page. Check out straightgully.com for your blogs and your vlogs. And for your video production needs, check out straightgullyproductions.com.
I'm Ozman the Wizard.
And Naima.
And we will talk to you later.
Bye.
I'm gone.